Alright, hello everyone, welcome to the channel. This is Warden, and today we're going to have the tier list for beginners, for absolute noobs, people who just began to play with this game and don't know what hero to choose, what hero is better for them for starting. Because like you start the game and there are some smurfs there, and like this game is a skill based game, so mostly. So you're going to lose a lot. This video's the goal is that prevent you from losing a lot, at least with the right hero. But still, I'm going to have a disclaimer here. None of these heroes are bad. You can like the look of each of them. You can go with that. You just need a little bit more time if the hero is hard to learn. So that's that. Just remember that. And these are my own opinion. The second. And now we're going to talk about the parameters, like what I'm considering while choosing the tier of each hero. For beginners, the hero needs to be simple and it needs to be strong. So if a hero has both of them, easy to learn, and like the mix-ups are easy, everything is easy for that hero, like you can like plug and play, something like that. So, and another thing is the hero needs to be strong enough to scare your opponent at least. Alright, so we start with the knights, let's say. I'm not going to go in on order, but I'm trying to keep it in order so you guys can navigate through them. Like I'm going to put timestamps there as well so you can check it out. Okay, without any further ado, let's start. So, first, Warden. Warden is easy to play. Like he's an easy hero. He's not that complicated or stuff, but he lacks a lot that he needs a lot of focus and concentration to master, and a lot of time. So he's an easy hero, but hard to master. So in my opinion, it's B. He's just mediocre. If you're a beginner, you can choose him, but against all of these heroes, he has some lackings that a beginner especially will be struggling while playing as Warden. Next one is Conqueror. Let's talk about Conqueror. Conqueror is easy, is a very easy hero to play. Not that hard to master, to be honest. And he's good against other heroes because he has the infinite lights, he has the unblockables. Many new players struggle against these two, lights and unblockables. And he has the bash, and he has the defensive full guard as well. So yeah, he's not that hard to master. Let's put him at sorry, my mouse is not working correctly, so I beg your pardon for that. So I think he's A. You can go for him. Solid hero to start with, in my opinion. Easy to learn and good against other players. Peacekeeper. She seems like she's easy to play, but she's hard to master, just like Warden. And like against an opponent that presses a lot of buttons, you're going to be struggling. Like especially against heroes that have a crushing counter on all sides, you need to have some guesses as well. You cannot just throw attacks, like smash your face on the keyboard and win. So in my opinion, again, B. Solid hero for starting, but not that solid to be putting at A or S. But she has the stackable bleed and stuffs that is very good. So yeah, I recommend playing as her, but do consider this that she's not that easy to master, in my opinion. Lawbringer. Lawbringer is easy to use, fairly easy hero to use. But he doesn't have that much of fence, but still, in my opinion, because he doesn't have the dodge attack as well, like his like dash, side dodge and bash is not that great with the iframe. Like Conqueror doesn't have a dodge attack, has the dodge bashes, but still the iframe on the dodge bashes are good. But for Lawbringer, it's not that good. So you need to know how to play defensive. So in my opinion, again, B. Berserker, in my opinion, a solid A. He's not that hard to master and not that hard to play with. The mix-ups and stuffs are good. But he's not that easy as well. You need to know how to feint into lights, feint into heavies. But he is so scary even in higher ranks because the lights have hyper armor on them and they're fast. You need to guess the direction most of the times. And people struggling against lights in beginners. So yeah, in my opinion, a solid hero to start with. I recommend him. A good assassin. Raider. In my opinion, he's S tier. Now, for beginners, Raider can be devastating to deal with. Even if in higher ranks, a good player with Raider is so annoying. Because of the Storm Tap, you have the Storm Tap on the dodge as well, on neutral. You have the unblockable on the zone. You have the heavy. You don't need to think much with this hero. You just throw attacks and it will land like easily. So yeah, very solid hero in my opinion. Like, go for him if you like Vikings and you like long axe Viking heroes. Go for him. Valkyrie. She is. Let's talk about her. She's not that easy, to be honest, to play with. The mix-ups are a little. You need to know the controller and stuffs with her to do it, but she's still very powerful in that case. I don't know if I put her at A or B. I just go with A because she is so strong with the mix-ups. But still in lower ranks, you need to be very careful with her. Like, she's a low A tier in my opinion, because you need to know what you're doing. That's very important. You need to know with some heroes what you're doing. With Raider, you don't need to know what you're doing. You just press heavy and lights and it will happen. Warlord, a very simple hero. Everything is simple with this hero. And good defensive hero. But still, in my opinion, you need to know what you're doing with this hero. So I'm not going to put him in S tier. You need to know what you're doing. So not that easy to learn. And most of the times players just having a good time against Warlord in lower ranks. Shugoki, in my opinion, S tier. Easy to use. No absolute no-brainer. Easy mix-ups. Hyper armor on the heavies. Good iframe on the headbutt, on the dodge headbutt. Yeah, you just having a great time with him. I don't think I'm going to need to say more about him. It's just easy to play and effective. Kensei, hard. A hard hero. Many beginners go with Kensei because of the dodge attack, but it's going to build bad habits for you. And like, I'm considering that you're the type of beginner that wants to learn the hero. He's not easy to learn because of the soft feints. You need to, like, your muscle memory needs to be there in order to do the soft feints easily, because you need to change your direction while doing the soft feints. So yeah, solid B, better than all of these heroes. Like, almost A, but the fact that he is a little bit hard to master. I mean, you can just light spam and dodge attack your opponent and just straight up do your stuff, but I'm considering all the movesets of this hero. I'm not considering how you play it. Okay? But he's a very good counter in especially in beginner modes. So, God damn it, let's put him at A, better than Valkyrie in my opinion. Orochi, S tier. Absolutely, you can't persuade me to do nothing else than this one. You can't. Like, you can't ignore the fact that he has everything that a beginner hates. His storm dash, the dash forward heavy or dash back heavy, that is undodgeable, and in lower ranks people can't react to it. Trust me, you can just spam your opponent with that. You have the kick, you have the unblockable, you have the dodge attack, you have dodge attacks on all sides, forward, back, left, right. Yeah, awesome hero, easy to learn. Almost no struggle playing with Orochi. So yeah, very good hero. Nobushi, in my opinion, because people cannot handle lights. If it was a higher rank, she needs a buff. If it was in a higher rank tier list. But now, because people struggling against the lights, she's actually very solid. Like you can go with A tier even with her. But still, the more you go in ranks, she will lose her viability. So you can't rely on maining this hero. I absolutely recommend main these guys, because especially Orochi, because in higher ranks even Orochi is a very good hero. So if you main him from the beginning and learn, you're not going to need to change your main for a long time. Another one is Centurion. Solid hero, better than Warden in my opinion. Although he doesn't have that much of an opener, but it's beginners, so solid A. But the reason he is not S, that the other heroes here can easily beat him. He's not that big of a deal in that part, and he's a little bit, I'm not saying very hard, a little bit hard to master and like get a hold of all the movesets, especially on the punishes. Many people I've seen like go for the parry, they parry you, but they press the guard break too late and they just guard break you instead of going for the knee punish and wall splat and stuff. So yeah, you need the muscle memory for them, for these guys, all of them. Not these guys, to be honest. These guys are just brainless most of the times. Gladiator, hard hero, but he's a solid hero, but he's hard to play. But he's good against many people. But in beginners, you need to have so much muscle memories with him. So let's say solid B. Oh my god, no way. He deals a lot of damage. Like, you can't just spam heavies because the heavies are fast. You can spam lights with him. Like, many beginners just do that. But again, reliability. He loses his reliability when you rank up, and he's hard to master, like very hard, because you absolutely need the muscle memory, because he's different from all of these heroes. Very different. Like, basically another hero from another game. Just found his way here. So yes, C tier, if you like him, you can go for him, but you're going to have a lot of hard time to learn all of the movesets. But still, the heavies have hyper armor, fast hyper armors, and you can and they're fast. So yeah, you can do that in lower ranks, like get away with it. But the more you go further, the more needy he will become in order to focus and actually play in the game. Shaman, she's not that hard, she's not that easy, to be honest. Absolutely awesome hero, in my opinion, A. And you still need brain cells for her, so You can't like because of the soft feints, in my opinion, like the soft feints, you need to know the hero with the soft feints. So a beginner might have a little bit hard time to play with his hero. Shinobi. Shinobi is broken. We all know that. But the reason I'm not putting him into S tier, only a very solid A tier. Oh, god damn it, my mouse. A solid A tier is that he's not easy to learn. He is strong. He has everything. He's not easy just to learn, but if you go with him as a main hero, you will become a very annoying person in higher ranks. So I recommend for doing that, going for it. But when you're starting the game, you need an easier hero to, in my opinion, to go with. So yeah, that's it. Let's go for Aramusha, hard hero in my opinion, because of the soft feints. You need the muscle memory for it. He's cool, but still not that great. And yeah, you will be struggling against many people. You can't spam the lights, you can't spam the heavies, but like, come on guys. I'm talking about reliability. I'm not talking about spamming, okay? A beginner guy who's trying to learn the heroes. So because you can spam with all of these heroes. Like most of these heroes are have the potential for you to spam. So here we're talking about like the real playing with the hero, the real stuff, the real material here. Tiandi, very very solid hero in my opinion. Like the reason I'm not putting him at S is that he still needs some kind of. He's not. You don't need. You're not. You shouldn't be brain dead for this hero. You need to think a little bit with this hero to absolutely take advantage of all of his tools. But still a very, very good hero to start with. But not that great. Like S tiers are absolutely great. I instantly recommend people to go for them. JJ, still not a very easy hero to learn, but the dodge attack and the lights and the unblockables are good, so he's going to be A tier. Nuxia, no, B tier, in my opinion. Why? She's not. You need to know what you're doing with Nuxia. She might be a hard hitter with the traps and stuff, but you need to know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing with this hero, they're going to just kill you easily. Because she's an assassin, doesn't have that much of defense abilities, so yeah, not that great to start with. Shaolin, hard hero to learn, fun hero to play, but hard. So B, because he's hard to master and play, needs the muscle memory there. Blackbriar, easy hero to be honest, but still hard because you do not have that much of offense. You need to play defensively. So let's say B. I'm going for the B because Warlord performs better in lower ranks because of the hyper armor and stuffs. You can kind of get away with stuffs, but with Blackbriar you don't have that much of options. In higher ranks you have a lot of options, but not in lower ranks. Warmonger is a hero that is not hard to play with. To be honest, has everything. Like, I consider him a low S for beginners. What did I do? No. Oh my god, my mouse is killing me. Yeah, he has everything. Like, he has the unblockable. He's easy. He's not that hard to play and master. And he might lose the reliability in higher ranks, but still he can carry you for a long time. Like, a very long time. So, good hero to start with, in my opinion. Have the lights, have the good bash that unbalances your opponent in between. You have the neutral bash, dash forward bash that starts your chain starter. That's good. Hitokiri absolute S tier. Absolute no-brainer. Like, absolute no-brainer. Press heavies, time them a little bit, like hold heavy, let it go in different times, play with your heavies, and you're good to go. Trust me, you're good to go. They can't even dodge attack you properly because the next heavy that comes out will be fast enough to trade with them. So yeah, sometimes you can't even dodge attack properly, but if you dodge it like soon, it will catch you in between your dodge. So awesome hero to start with. And she's a heavy, so she has a lot of health pool as well. Yeah, good hero. Zhanhu. I mean, he's not hard. He's very simple. He has a very simple moveset. But he's not that great against other heroes, in my opinion. Like, a little bit struggling because all he has is the dodge attack. And you need to know what you're doing with this hero. So I'm saying A, because still he's viable in lower ranks. Like, you have the unblockable lights, which is great. People do not tend to go for him, especially in lower ranks. Warmonger. Superior A tier, in my opinion, better than this guy. The reason she's not a S tier is that she still needs some practice to master. You need to know what you're doing again with this hero. You just can't press buttons and say, hey, I won't. With these heroes, you can press buttons, especially these four. You can press buttons and like go wee. I don't know why I put Jormungandr here. I'm losing my brain cells here. Let's just keep it there. Gryphon. Absolute noob crusher. Awesome hero, easy to learn. People strike even in mid tiers. He's strong. Not in high tiers because they can easily just react to his openers. He doesn't have that much of an option in openers. But in lower ranks, an awesome hero. Like, you can just dominate your opponent. I don't like Jormungandr here. But still, it's okay. Let's just put him here. Kyoshin. Hard hero to play, guys. Like, you can spam with him. He has some stuff, but let's say A. Low A tier, because still he's viable. Like, if you even main him in higher ranks, you're having a great time with him. So let's say he's viable and he's not that hard to be belonging to B. All right, final faction and pirate. Like, pirate is the better version, not better version, it kind of same version of Gladiator, but with a twist that she has more unblockable potentials. So I put her at low A tier. Why? Oh my god. Why? Because she's still hard to like get a hold of all of her mix-ups and stuffs. You still need the muscle memory for her. Medjay. I mean, you guys know you can just light spam your opponent to death with this hero. because that's what most people do in lower ranks. I'll give him a high B. Because other than that, he's so hard to play with. Like, where did I put the Highlander? Highlander is here. He's so hard to play with. Even he's just like Highlander. He has 2 types of combat, but still, because you can spam. Let's just say low B tier this one, not high, because the only reason you can win in lower ranks is spam, and I'm not talking about spamming. I'm talking about the real ability to use the hero. So yeah, he's not easy to use. Afeera, solid hero, not easy to use though. She's not that great in lower ranks. She's a little bit hard to use. But if you want a solid main, go for her. So let's say low A tier with her. That's going to be enough. And the final hero, Ocelotl. Solid A tier in my opinion. Even can be S tier, but like he's not that great like all of these heroes. Not that easy to use as well. A solid A tier though. Let's put him here. Let's wrap it up and see what we did here. Yeah, in my opinion, this is going to be a solid tier list again. And yeah, this again, I'm saying this is a noob tier list. This is my opinion. This is for duels, not the Dominion, because I don't know much about Dominion. And tell me in the comments, what do you think? Tell me if a beginner starts to play this game, is this a good one to start with? A good tier list to start with? In my opinion, the S tier heroes are, except for the Jormungandr. Jormungandr can be A tier, but still, let's just put her there. But others are absolute awesome in beginner ranks. And yeah, I feel like that's it. Thank you guys for watching until now. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned something from it, and see you guys in the next video.